So, how many crops can you get in 2 fields totaling 16.5 hectares? Well, we've got 7 here currently, which is spread over 9 plots at the moment. Out of those 7 crops, 3 of those are legumes, peas, beans and vetch. 2 of those are brassicas, oilseed rape and mustard, and 2 of those are cereals, barley and oats. Also within that, the beans, oats, peas and barley are all 3-way mixes. So that's 3-way variety mixes. So that means we've got a total of 15 different varieties across these 2 fields here. So why am I doing all these silly mixes and trials? Well, I recently won a net zero competition with the School of Sustainable Food and Farming, and my solution was intercropping. And what intercropping is when you take at least 2 crops, plant them together at the same time, and then with these I'm going to be taking them all the way to harvest, hopefully. So I've got all these different mixes and effectively I'm going to see what works. They all contain a legume, so there will be no added nitrogen to any of these trials, no herbicides, fungicides, any inputs at all, that is. But the legume is particularly for nitrogen fixation. So input wise, this field has had an overwinter cover crop beforehand, which was mainly just cereal weeds and volunteers. Because of the harsh winters, we got down to about -10, which killed pretty much everything off. So that was sprayed off with an application of glyphosate or Roundup, and then it's effectively had nothing. It's all been drilled with a Horsch Avatar, a 6-meter direct drill, straight into the residue. I'll just turn around here. So there's a good bit of residue left, insulating the soil, keeping everything all together and protected, and making a nice little mat on top of everything. Whether it holds off any weeds or not, I don't know. I hope so, because there's going to be no herbicides, post-emergence herbicides applied to any of this at all. So I'm expecting a fair few weeds come harvest, but we will see. Hopefully we can clean those out of samples. Good afternoon, it is Saturday and we are calibrating the drill currently. Got 3 different crops going in at the moment. So I'm just sorting all the rollers and get everything set. I don't think we'll be drilling this afternoon, but we're just having a little look, see if it goes. I think it's still going to be a little bit wet still. So here we've got what are called rollers, and these go inside they're essentially the metering unit of the drill. And we've got the tanks up above. There's 3 different metering units, so we can put 3 different crops in at the same time. And the metering unit basically allows how much seed to go through from the tank into these pipes. This pipe runs along the bottom, all the way along the drill, and then it is distributed into each coulter on the drill. You can see going down here where it comes out the bottom. So at the moment we're thinking beans for this one, oats for this one, and oilseed rape for this one. Maybe we're gonna have to do another one for vetch, but we'll see. So that's oats going into the front tank. So here we are, 3-way bean mix varieties, Fergus oilseed rape, and 3-way oat varieties. So we're just gonna put some seed into this bag and weigh it. Got a little weigher there. And then tell the drill control box up there what the weight is, and hopefully it should calibrate. Start checking the depth behind the drill. This one of the coulters here, you see an oat at the bottom, so that there, it's about inch and a half,
which is where we want. It's about the same all the way over the back. So that should be about right. Beans, oats and oilseed rape all at about 1.5 inches. We'll try and keep it around that sort of depth. Just having a little look in the cover crop fields, and it's not quite there. We were being a bit optimistic, we thought we'd see, but it's a bit sticky, especially down in this bottom gateway, as you can see. But we're just going to map the headland and that'll do. We're just marking out all the GPS stuff at the moment down this tram line. See, it's picking up a little bit, but it should be all right. The cover crop, or remains of cover crop, and the weed seems to be holding the ground quite well, so it's fairly clean.
Up yet. There we go.
And we're off. Intercropping trials are finally going in. Just there, right in the middle of the screen. An oat just there, again in the middle, and then a bean just half buried right in the middle of the screen again. Putting in some more beans. So that's 8 whips of oats, beans and oilseed rape, and then 8 whips of oilseed rape and beans. So that's the oilseed rape finished for the first field. We're just going to empty the oilseed rape out of this roller down in my bottom right there, and next we're going to be putting vetch in for the final plot in the first field. So the vetch seed's gone in, all the oilseed rape has been cleaned out and blown off. We are currently 2 plots down, so we have done the oats, beans and oilseed rape together. I will put the kilograms per hectare hopefully on the screen so you can see what's in plot 1. The second plot we've drilled, that was oilseed rape and beans. Hopefully I'll put that up as well, at plot 2. And we're just going on to the third plot now, which is vetch and oats. So that's the third. So that first plot was a 24 metre tram line's width, so that is the width of the sprayer, and then the second 2 plots, they are 48 metre widths, so double tram lines basically, and then the balance of the field, so the headlands and any of the other short sections, so up in that far corner for example, that is going to be done just oats and beans together. So we're getting there slowly. We've had a bit of a mess up with one of the plots. The vetch was calibrated wrong, so we are probably going to run out of seed, annoyingly. So in the second field, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to make up something in there. But hopefully we've got enough just to finish this plot in here. In this field, that's the oats and vetch. And next door there was going to be a barley and vetch. I don't know what that's going to be now, but we're going to have to drop the vetch rate a little bit in here and see what we can do. Onto the final headland now. About 8 o'clock. Wet a little bit in this corner, but we're done. That's the first field completed. Morning. So yesterday finished the first field, and we've just cleaned out the drill. of the beans and remaining oats, just bag those up. We're just putting some barley and peas in the drill now, and then we'll just calibrate that up ready for the second field. Same process as yesterday, just calibrating some barley at the moment. And next up we'll move on to the peas. Right, that is the peas calibrated, barley calibrated, and also the vetch as well. Gonna have to do a smaller vetch plot in the second field, so might do a different three-way mix in that as well, make up a bit of space, but we'll see. So we're just running through the drill now, make sure all the pipes are clear. We have blown everything off, just making sure there's no seeds stuck from the other trials. And we're off in the second field. We're just going all the way around the edge on this is a 6 meter wide drill. We're just going all the way around on the edge, the fourth headland in. So the edge of where the drill comes to here. Where are we? Just there. That will be 24 meters in from the edge of the field, just there. So that will be our headland tram line, where our headland comes up to. And then it just allows us so we can see where to go in and out when we're doing the centre of the field easily.
We're there.
We've done it. First plot done. Oilseed rape and peas going in. So the vetch and barley, plot 1 has gone in. Just on with a second plot now, and that is oilseed rape and peas. They grow this a lot in Canada, where they call oilseed rape canola. So this mix is often referred to as piola. It's just going in now. I'm just spraying a tiny little triangle that seems to have been missed by the sprayer. So I just got the knapsack on and the lance. Just get this little bit before it gets drilled quick. That is the peas and oilseed rape finished, 48 metre plot. Now on to some mustard. So that's oilseed rape all finished with, and we just got to calibrate the mustard using the same roller, and then that'll be it for the next 2 plots, and to finish off the rest of the field, peas, barley, mustard. Second three-way mix going in. This is trial plot number 3. And we have got barley, peas and mustard. It's going to be a 24 metre strip, all going in the same thing. Now we're just on to the 4th plot, which is going to be mustard and peas. Just opened up a little slot there. You see a pea right in the middle, and then just behind it, 2 mustard seeds. Everything on these trials has gone in at about 1 inch, 1.5 inches or so. Hopefully it won't be too deep for the oilseed rape and the mustard, those 2 small seeds, but it just makes life a lot easier being able to drill it all at the same time rather than broadcasting on top. final width of peas and mustard. Now just a headland finish. That's the end of the peas and barley. Second field done, 5 plots done. Finished. Happy days. So that's the intercropping trials for 2023 complete as part of my net zero competition. Year 1 done. That's, I think in total, that is 7 different seeds planted, 3 legumes, 2 cereals, 2 brassicas, and 15 different varieties across 16 hectares. I think there was 9 different plots and combinations in total. Finally done. Took a while. I think it was about 9 or 10 hours of drilling and calibrating and messing around in total. So here's one downfall of all the intercropping trials. Bloody sky rats.
Not a stone.
On the right hand side here, got beans and oats, and then on the left hand side there is oats, and if you can see these little plants here, that's vetch. This one been a little bit nibbled. On my left hand side we have got the beans, the oats and oilseed rape here, and then on the right, this side, we have got beans and oilseed rape. The spring oilseed rape still there, still hasn't been eaten by flea beetle. So we have the peas and barley. On this side, there's a pea, there's your barley. And then on the right, we have the peas again and mustard, it's just a little one here. So on the left here, we have got barley, peas and mustard, and on the right hand side, peas and oilseed rape. You see the oilseed rape there, the mustard here looking quite similar. Mustard has definitely taken a lot better than the oilseed rape, considering they're quite comparable, but both seem to be nibbled a little bit at present.
So I'll be monitoring all of these over the next few months into harvest, into probably August, September, to see how everything gets on. I'll also be regularly updating social media channels at BenAdamsAgri. I am active on Instagram and Twitter. And yeah, if you want to come and see these trials, I will be hosting an open day with Leguminous, who are an EU-wide, not really sure, they're doing a lot of research into intercropping effectively. But on the 9th of June, I'll be hosting an open day to come and look around. I will also be talking at Groundswell this year around intercropping, and we'll probably be doing another 1 or 2 farm tours in July, hopefully when everything's flowering and looking pretty good. So I'll try and keep everything updated and keep going with these videos.